We are approaching the hour mark, 3 o'clock Arizona time. So we are Pacific Standard Time right now on this fine summer day, August 27th. It's freaking hot here in Tucson, Arizona. I don't know where you guys are coming in from. Let's go ahead and drop some comments. Let me know where you're coming from, guys, before we get started. Just want to see who's who, what's what, and all that good stuff. Want to make sure that we're getting the live feed in. Live feed. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to give it another minute, waiting for people to show up and people straggle in. So I just want to kind of go at it here. I'm on my phone. You know what? I got the wrong slide open. No, I don't. I just opened it in the wrong. There's that bar up there. That is so weird. All right, guys. I'm not gonna wait too long because we are on the hour mark and I don't like going too long. I am not a fan of long web classes because I just want to get what needs to be said and say it. You know what I mean? Jump on it. Jump on it. But I am kind of going through my emails right now. All right. Okay, so I had to close the webinar, make sure. I had to close it because, well, I just had to. All right. Thank you all for coming, for being here today. Where is my, man, I am so flustered today. I went, because the gyms are closed and they are opening tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. I run and I go and work out, do calisthenics and stuff around my local neighborhood park. And it is 110 degrees today. And I am probably not going to have enough water to last me through this web class. So hopefully I don't drop dead on you guys. Just kidding. All right, let's start. Turn off all your distractions, please, because you get more out of this if you can focus. I mean, that's just the common sense truth, okay? There's a lot of information in this course moving forward, and if you miss anything, you're just going to have questions at the end that are unnecessary, and I would rather the questions be important for you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather the questions be something that I didn't address versus something that I did address. So please turn off all distractions and pay attention. Pay attention. All right, so even if you're just starting out or you're already a pro, doesn't matter. If you've ever struggled at acquiring high-paying clients in the past, it's not your fault. If you've been concerned that you might not have what it takes to build a success story and live the life of freedom, we'll put those fears to rest, okay? The investors like on Shark Tank, the venture capitalists, the banks, the school systems, the government, heck, even society, all want you to think that you have to spend decades mastering a skill, years training, borrow tons of money, go way far into debt, sacrifice your firstborn kid in order to achieve what? Average success, right? Well, if you've ever thought that those investors, the banks, the schools, the government, all of them, society, everything, they all want you to fail, they do. Common sense, they want you to fail. Why do they want you to fail? Because they get more when you keep coming back to them, to borrow more money, to take more loans to go to school, the more you have to spend an effort going into that, the better it is for them, right? All right, so we're all here today to show you how to get high quality businesses to pay you the top dollar to do the things that they don't even want to do, all right, during this web class. So my goal for this web class is that I want to help people who want to make a six-figure income from home. I want to help people who already have agencies to acquire those top paying clients and figure out the ecosystem to get you those clients in the first place. Most importantly, I want to help people that are just starting out and don't know where to begin. I want to clear the bottlenecks for you, okay? Because there's been a lot of people that I've coached, and they don't understand the ecosystem that needs to be in place in order to have the most success. All right, The only way to do that here is today through this class, Drop Servicing Agency Secrets. All right. This class is going to blow your mind. I promise you, promise you, promise you. Be sure to grab a pen, take notes. It's going to be awesome sauce. And there's a special bonus to the end, okay? At the end for anybody that sticks around all the way through. So before we jump in all that, I got to do the whole spiel. I got to tell you who I am. A lot of you are new to either Virtuous Marketing Facebook group. A lot of you are new to drop servicing. A lot of you are new to outsourcing. A lot of you are new to digital marketing. Hey, it's cool. So let me tell you who I am and how I got here, okay? My name is Jason Ulibarri. I am 39 years old. I am the founder of a digital marketing agency called Virtuous Industries LLC. I started this company back in 2016. But I got into IT work back in 2008 during the recession. Now, some of my results that you'll see, and these are real screenshots of real payments paid to me by real clients, okay? And the thing about these payments is that they're all recurring revenue for my agency. These are results that I make for me personally, okay? It's not, and just to go back, it's not difficult to get a $3,000 a month client. It's not difficult to get a $2,000, $1,000, $500. Okay, these are real prices, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that on today's web class. And a little bit more about me. I am a single father my entire adult life. I was really young when he was born. I was 18. And so I was still a kid raising a kid, which was kind of funny, but it really put things into overdrive for me and gave me the necessary tools that I needed at a young age to learn life as quickly as humanly possible. And with that being said, I raised one hell of a kid. I didn't do a great job, a perfect job. I don't think any parent ever does, but I will tell you, I love my son and super proud of him. He's an airman. He's not even an airman first class. And I keep forgetting, it's a senior airman. It's an SRC. I can't remember his rank. I feel terrible. I always forget his rank, but it's the highest airman, highest level of airman is his rank in the military. He's an air traffic controller. Super proud of him. He's an awesome kid, very articulate, very intelligent. Love him. All right, so naturally, as a single dad, I was really young. I don't have a college degree, okay? I had to work my way up from the warehouse, slinging boxes, driving forklifts, breaking my back, literally breaking my back. I actually have a very bad injury that flares up from time to time, a back injury, and it sucks. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that I'm no stranger to having to work my way up a corporate ladder. And that's kind of what this whole course is about, is that everybody thinks because of the investors, the Shark Tank investors, the banks, the school system, that if you follow the path, you're going to get the good results that they promise you. I found out the hard way that that just ain't true, because I worked my way up that ladder. I started off as at like barely $1 over minimum wage back in like 2000, 2001. And I worked my way up to a pretty good salary, making about $65,000, $75,000 a year. But look at my face, I was miserable because they treat you like a slave, right? I don't even want to get into all of the terrible things that come with climbing the corporate ladder. But I do have 18 years in sales and marketing experience. And like I said, during the recession, I actually left the plumbing industry, is where I had most of my marketing and sales experience. And I cross-trained into IT. And still, finding out that getting certifications in A+, Net+, and Security+, completely worthless, okay? Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit further into that and tell you how worthless they are. Because during the recession, all of my experience was in plumbing supplies and sales. So when I cross-trained and got certificates and certifications in IT work, nobody would hire me because I was still wet behind the ears. Does that make sense? So even though I had certifications, no one cared. So I was damned if you do, damned if you don't, in both industries, right? The one I have all this experience in, no one would hire me. And then I had the one where I had all these certifications, these new tech stuff, no one cared. And even when I did get hired for the marketing, I never even used the stuff I learned in the certifications. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so after my long, hard work, I got back into plumbing. I was able to get a job. And after a long, hard climb up that corporate ladder, it finally happened. My hard work finally paid off. I got the best job opportunity. Guys, this was the coolest job, okay? Because being in sales and closing accounts and learning and getting commission bonuses and spiffs and all this extra commissions, it's cool. Well, what better place to do that but Las Vegas, right? So I was working remotely on these towers that were being built in Las Vegas through the plumbing and doing all the fixtures and projects for these towers. And the outside sales position, you would take these customers out to dinner, you'd wine and dine them, take them golfing, take them bowling, do whatever you have to do to try to get their business, try to get their company to choose our company. You get it, what a salesman job is, right? So it finally happened. I was going to be making a six-figure salary. $120,000 a year was the offer. They were paying for me to move. They bought out my lease. It was awesome. It was like, cool, this opportunity finally paid off, right? Wrong. It happened. It sucked. It was terrible. I'm not blaming my son, okay? I had to withdraw my acceptance to this position because at the time my son was a teenager, and him and I were not, anybody who's ever raised teenagers knows that teenagers have a mind of their own and they don't view the world the way the world is. They view the world the way that they think the world is, right? And it was just difficult to convey how this was good for both of us. And we already went through a whole bunch of other stuff, and he decided that he didn't want to go with me. And because of personal situations, I couldn't just leave him behind in Tucson. I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm not going to tell you why. But the most important thing to pull away from this was that I had to make a choice. It was either my son or my career. It was a crossroads situation that no one wants to make this choice. No one wants to do that, but I did. I will always choose my son. So I chose my son and I retracted my offer, or I retracted their offer. Retracted, denied, whatever. All the wheels were in motion for me to move, and I told them, I was like, guys, I can't do this. Well, the company I worked for couldn't legally be upset with me or legally hold it against me, right? They couldn't tell me that they were angry, but they sure as hell treated me like I was scum of the earth for doing what I did, for turning the job down. They were like, this is a great opportunity. So I call this moment of my life, I call this the de-shelving, because I was up here and then they just kept knocking me down. They took away my Vegas accounts. They took away even my local accounts that I was on. They made me on this answering service where I was picking up the phone and doing ridiculous. They put me on service calls, which if you know anything about plumbing, I was doing commercial projects in Las Vegas, okay? Commercial projects. There's a difference between commercial plumbing and service plumbing, which I have no idea when it comes to snaking pipes and plumbing a house versus, it's similar, but it's way different, okay? So then they put me on service and I'm like, I don't know service. Why are you doing this? And then they finally put me over to this express counter where I was basically a glorified cashier. That's it. And it's nothing bad against cashiers, but what I'm saying is I worked my way up just to get knocked back down. It's not a good feeling. I knew what was coming. The next step that was coming was going to be me in the warehouse, right? That was the only, basically where I started. That was the only step down, because after the warehouse, I went to the express counter. After the express counter, I went to inside sales. After inside sales, I went to marketing rep agencies, outside sales. I worked my way up. So I knew that the next downgrade was the warehouse. So I could have looked for another job. I could have gone to another and stayed in the field. But there was this really defining moment that I realized I just wasn't happy working for somebody else. I wasn't happy giving that much power over my life and my well-being and my livelihood to somebody else. That was not worth any salary. You see what I'm saying? I didn't like the fact that someone had control over my success. I like having control over mine because I'm a hard worker, right? I can do it. Now, truth be told, like I said, I started this agency in 2016. I didn't quit my job, my corporate job, until 2018. And it was late 2018. It was actually November of 2018. So for those 2 years, the agency I was running was a hobby, right? I was only making, my clients were like a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. Probably like $1,000, $2,000 tops, right? Combined with all the clients that I was doing. Now I've always been into the gadgets and the marketing and the tech and stuff like that. So I knew what I was doing. And since I had a little bit of money coming in, I decided, you know what? This money coming in is my business and I have control over this. Even if I fail, I have control over that, of getting back up again, right? I'm not dependent on somebody else paying my salary. So I gave up a 70,000. It was 70,000 roughly, 70,000 annual salary to go all in and take a huge pay cut and go all in on myself, because I decided that I was going to bet, and I was going to bet on myself. Okay, so I quickly learned very valuable lessons, okay? And this is where it gets really good. And you got to pay attention to this, because I learned that there's no need to reinvent the wheel. When you're trying to make something work and you're being creative, because that was me. I pride myself on being this creative person, right? I did. I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh, I got to try this. And what if I connected this business and got them to collaborate together, and I took a commission from that? I had all these ideas, right? Stop reinventing the wheel. Stop trying, especially when you're just trying to start out. No need. There's no need to get a degree and spend years mastering those skills, because everything that I do for my agency has nothing to do with all of the IT work that I practiced. I don't even do any of that stuff. All that stuff that I learned, it's like, no, I don't even do it. I'm not kidding. We're going to get to that later in this web class. I have other people do that stuff for me. And that's what everyone should be doing, to be honest. The third thing I learned is that there's no need to take out loans, because God, I took out loans. I borrowed from my 401k. I took a business loan, just anything to help keep my business afloat, right? Because I started making some terrible mistakes because my life depended on it. My bills depended on it. So here, the most successful people in the world, but before I get into all that, I want to talk about this, because this is what I learned, that the most successful people in the world, they're visionaries, they delegate. Yeah, sure, you can be creative if you have a budget to be creative, right? But if you don't, stick with what works. And what works is having other people do the stuff for you. Give them a chunk of the action, right? And trust me, we're going to talk more about this. So the number one most valuable lesson that I learned was that the pricing above everything else, because the clients that I had to start were so low paying that when I started getting more clients, I was just burying myself. Okay. And this is what I was talking about, because I was just burying myself in the workload. I was working 16 to 18-hour days, nonstop days where I never left this freaking room, right? Like I never even saw the sun. I never even went outside, right? There would be all days where I wouldn't even eat. I was getting super skinny. I'm not kidding, because I didn't figure out that I was going to have other people do the work. The more clients I got, it just buried me. And since I was competing on this pricing thing, because that's what everybody thinks, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, well, this other company is charging this, so I have to too. That's wrong. Wrong. I realized, I'm like, no, you're charging for you, me, my services. I'm charging for those, right? So once I figured out the pricing, then it started becoming a little bit more clear. But I got to tell you what I did, the huge mistake, because of my pricing error. So once I had like 10 clients, right, and I'm working 16 to 18-hour days, I was going insane. Okay, I was gonna pop. I was gonna snap. So I had to get somebody else to do the work. Well, I had a whole bunch of credit card, right? Because obviously, the more revenue you get for your business, the more banks are like, hey, we'll give you a loan. We'll give you a line of credit. It's awesome. $20,000 in credit card debt. And it racked up so fast on me. Like, okay, I got to hire you to do something. Cool, I'll hire you to do something. And then the next month rolls around and I have to pay them again. I haven't even paid down the debt because I'm not getting more clients, right? So the debt goes up, the workload goes up, and I wasn't getting any more clients. So I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. $20,000 in debt. So I ended up taking a $10,000 business loan to try to recoup and put into advertising for my business. It was stupid is what it was. But once I figured out that I could charge for the value and not for the time, then I started crushing. Okay. And let me explain, let me draw a picture in your mind for you. Because before I was like, well, I'm doing your SEO, so I'm charging for SEO. Well, I'm doing your Facebook ads, so I'm charging for Facebook ads. That's stupid. No, I'm getting you business. How much business am I getting you? Especially like take lawyers or plastic surgeons, right? I'm getting you 20 consultations a month, 40 consultations a month. How many of those are you converting? Half? Okay, so you got 10 surgeries, 10 clients that came in at $5,000 retainers. That's $50,000 that I got you because I'm kicking butt with these, right? So now I don't have a problem charging you $1,000 to get you those leads. You see what I'm saying? Boom, mind blown, right? I was like, whoa, I'm not charging for this for SEO or for Facebook ads. I am charging for the business that I'm getting you. Boom. Now I'm charging real money for my clients, right? And it's all recurring revenue. The clients aren't paying me once and I'm done. It's recurring revenue, guys. That means they pay me this month, they pay me the same thing next month. Talk about job security. It's awesome. Now, don't take my word for it, because when I say stuff like this, it sounds like just coming from one person, it's like, yeah, maybe that works, right? I got to tell you about this because a lot of people aren't familiar with this club. It's called the 2 Comma Club. 2 Comma for $1 million is 2 commas and $1 million. So these business owners, these entrepreneurs that have $1 million businesses, there's a club for them. Okay. And I'm on my way. I'm going to be there, guys. Mark my words. Okay. But look at all these businesses, and this list keeps growing every single day. Now, all of these millionaires have one thing in common. I'm not kidding. I've read the books. I've read the stories. I've delved deep into this concept in order to understand it. I was like, if I got to do it, I got to copy what these guys are doing so I can have success, so I can figure it out. And boom, I did figure it out. They all have one thing in common. And I'm going to tell that to you today. You want to know what that one thing is? The one thing that they all have in common, this is not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. They don't worry about being an expert. They just do it. They just do it. Even if they don't have it fully figured out, they do it. Now, I'm sure, how does this apply to you? I'm sure that you spent your whole life thinking that the same things that I did, right? Like if you go through the system, if you trust the system, well, it's going to pay off, right? Like if I go through the system, yeah, maybe if you become a doctor or a lawyer, maybe you can earn $250,000 a year, right? So trust the system. It's a safe way. But be honest. Who's finding success with that system? I'm asking you. Like, seriously, can you answer me that question? Who's really successful? They say that, like, if you save up, then you can live your life in 40 years after you retire. That was like the weirdest thing that made me super depressed as a teenager. I remember when my son was about to be born. And I was thinking about that. Like I worked side by side with this guy. I was working the warehouse job at Walmart, and I was working side by side with this guy. This guy was like 65 years old. His kids were grown and in college, and he's working at the warehouse side by side with me at Walmart. We were both working the graveyard shift. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, how come they're not retired? And he's like, well, life happens, you know, and I'm like, God, so there's even a chance that you can't retire? Holy cow. Like, he told me stories like, well, there was a car accident that we had to pay for, and things, unexpected things happen. And I'm like, wow. So the 40 years working your ass off, that's not even guaranteed to retire. They tell you can borrow money, right? Everybody else does. Borrow the student loans, and then you have these students that are paying off their loans for 30 years. It's worse than the 40-year retirement plan. It's ridiculous. Let me ask you, do you really think any of that works? Like, do you, in your heart of heart, aside from like a doctor or a lawyer or one of those high required skill trades, does it work? No, and it's infuriating how we all assume that it does because we're fed that. You got to get a college education. You got to get a college education. For what? Most of the college education stuff isn't even applied when you go into business. Serious. Now, there's a couple guys that are part of that 2 Comma Club award, okay? And they literally do what I'm talking about here with digital marketing and digital agency training. There's David Asarno. If you have time, go look them up. They're awesome. I definitely love these guys. And they're doing exactly what I'm doing, and they're my mentors, okay? David Asarno has won 5 2 Comma Club awards, plus the 2 Comma Club Award X, which is $10 million through a funnel. And he is doing the same thing that I'm doing. Building other people's businesses, offering these services and having other people do the work and building other people's businesses for them. Okay. Kevin David, same thing. He built his around a Facebook ads agency. He doesn't do people's Facebook ads, okay? He gets other people to do it. These guys built the same thing. Same thing with Dan Henry. He built an agency and had other people do the Facebook ads. And these guys, they grew and they stepped with the same concept of everything that I'm going to be talking about within my secrets coming up here, okay? The bottom line is that drop servicing, the digital marketing, drop servicing, hiring, getting clients to hire you and having other people do the work. It's the #1 lucrative way to make money in the digital marketing niche. That I promise you, sales funnels, digital marketing. Okay, so what we're going to be covering here on the 3 secrets of the drop servicing, we're going to talk to you how you can get your first high paying client, even if you don't have any money. Okay. Number 2 is how you can start right away, even if you don't have any skills, because the skills, remember, other people are going to do the work. I'm going to show you all about how to do that. Other people do the work. You don't need any skills. Okay. Blew me away. All those 16-hour days and 18-hour days that I had to put in to figure out that I didn't have to do all that. Jeez, I would love to. Okay. Secret number 3, how to scale to multiple clients. Okay. So like, even if you already have a marketing agency and you're like, well, I already got 1 or 2 clients. How do I get more clients? I don't have a marketing budget because those clients aren't paying me. Aha, that's where I was. You have a few clients. How do you get more clients? Okay. So now we're going to jump into this. Okay. So secret number 1, how do you get your first high paying client, even if you don't have any money? All right. So honestly, a lot of people, we gotta go over the stuff not to do, the misconceptions and stuff first, because that's what gets in everybody's way. A lot of people think that it's impossible to acquire your first client without any money, okay? Because they make up stuff. They end up never taking action because they make up they fabricate these things in their head, these reasons why they can't. They're waiting for the perfect opportunity that they imagined in their head. Well, that perfect opportunity is never going to present itself. Okay. Why? How could it? How could it possibly present itself? I got to tell you the first story about my first client, high ticket client, not my first client, my first high ticket client. Okay. It was a $2,500 account, $2,500 monthly recurring account. Okay. Fell into my lap. Now, my property management company, because I rent a townhouse, my property management company sent over the HVAC tech that they use to do all their properties, and they come in here to replace my furnace. And I recognized them from when I was in the plumbing industry. We didn't really know each other, but obviously the familiarity sparked a conversation between the 2 of us. So small talk ensued, and they asked me what I did. They're like, "Oh, wow, what are you doing for a living now?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm a techie kind of guy. I do digital marketing online." And in all honesty, I was still learning this stuff. I was trying to figure out, because I was good at SEO, and I was trying to figure out how to do all this other junk, right? So I was just explaining the stuff that I learned, which I was not a master on. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just talking, right? He's sitting here right here in this room, actually, he's talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, so blah, 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 blah. And once we start talking, I told him that I help businesses, and using this method helps businesses get more business. It's as simple as that. It's a digital presence. The world is moving digital, and I help businesses improve their digital presence, beat their competition online. So next thing you know, he was like, well, we have the main owner of the company. Why don't we sit down with them and we'll have a beer? So next thing you know, we sit down, we have a conversation, we're having beer. I tell the same thing I told him. I had no sales pitch, no idea what I was even going to offer them. I just told them, I'm like, this is the stuff that we offer. There's Facebook ads, there's Google ads, there's tracking pixels, there's all this stuff. I didn't know. I didn't have anything formulated, right? And he asked me, well, how much do you charge? And I didn't know. So I threw a number out. Well, here. And just like that, it was here's $2,000 a month, but it was $2,500 a month because I'm adding in the advertising ad dollars. But my profit was $2,000 a month. Now that has to be the most complex secret of all, doesn't it? That's got to be the hardest thing for all of you guys to learn. Don't try it yourself. It's impossible. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm the only one that can do it. Have a conversation with another human being. Mind blowing, right? It's not complicated. And once I realized that, I'm like, man, I didn't even pitch him. I was just talking. I was just having a conversation. That's insane. And they trusted me. They were like, yeah, this stuff makes sense. We need it for our company. And boom. Some people think that everyone is so worried about closing and pitching that they don't realize that the best sales pitch is a simple conversation. I don't know why I threw this in here. This is one of the projects that I built for them. We did a service funnel, and that has to do with sales funnels, so I kind of wanted to give you an image on that. But secret number one, get your first client without any money. Where can you go to have conversations? I get it, because it fell in my lap, right? That's the only business that was ever in my office, in my spare bedroom here in my townhouse, right? That doesn't happen. The rest of my clients, that didn't happen that way, right? So where do you go to have these conversations? That was the key. And I was like, I don't know. Where do you go to talk to other business owners? Duh, Facebook groups. There's a Facebook group for everything, man. There's a Facebook group for like kittens with mittens. I'm not even kidding. There's a Facebook group for you name it. You like dental floss? I'm sure there's a Facebook group for flossing. That's not a joke. It seems to be like there's a Facebook group for everything, right? So go find the niche that you're good at. In my case, it was plumbing and HVAC. So I know the trade because I worked in it for so long. So I can talk to them. I speak their lingo, right? So I go in, I have these conversations, and I'm like, you know, if you want to do a water heater, you got to do a water heater right, you know? And you got to add this, and you got to do this. And boom, next thing you know, I'm having conversations, and people were like, well, can we jump on a call? Can you tell me more? And I'm like, yeah. Man, I gotta do like a PowerPoint presentation and stuff. Thus, my sales pitch was born, and I'll get into that later. But just look for the conversations. They're already happening. You can even jump into people that have already started and they're talking to each other. Just jump in. Oh, hey, have you tried doing this? Seriously. Here's a cool little trick for you, okay? Once you actually reach out, you don't try to get business, because people get spammy and they jump into, I hate that. They jump in your DM, they're like, hey, have you considered buying right there? Stop. Just jump in, make your profile look professional. You're a business owner. Make your profile go to my profile, see what my profile looks like. I'm a freaking business owner, okay? So people, when I'm talking in a group, what's the first instinct that they're gonna do? They're gonna go look at my profile, right? Yeah, make your profile look professional. So you might be also thinking, why would a client pay me high dollar up front? That's a lot of trust, right? And that's a number one roadblock that a lot of people get into, because that's why they get terrified to drop that high dollar note. Pay me $2,000, pay me $3,000, pay me $5,000. And they're like, why would somebody do that up front? I don't trust myself. Why would somebody else trust me? All right, guys. Imposter syndrome. It's natural. We all feel it. Listen, it's a lot easier to convince a client, and I figured this out just by testing the waters. It's a lot easier to close a client on a project basis, right? And I learned this from IT stuff, because when you're doing IT projects, you have to design it in a recurring pattern, right? They're going to need you this month. They're also going to need you this month. So if you can have an end result that you get them. So I had a client, it was a plastic surgeon client that I had. And I was like, I can get you, I asked him what his goals were. His goals were that he wanted to get X amount of consultations per month. And I said, I can get that for you. No problem. But here's the plan. And I set it up. First month, we got to do this. Second month, we have to do that. Third month, we have to do that. So over the course of it, it's going to cost $6,000. Because in order for me to build it and test it, it takes time. And so the first month would be your 2,000, the next month would be 2,000, and the third month would be 2,000. And every month after that, because you're going to see me getting y'all this business, you're going to want to keep me on. And sure enough, they keep you on. Why wouldn't they? If you're fulfilling on doing what you say you're going to do, get them consultations, why wouldn't they keep you on? So $2,000 every single month was a $6,000 a month trial contract. Then it wasn't a trial, it was permanent. Because every month after that, I'm going to continue running your Facebook ads. I'm going to continue getting you leads. I'm going to continue. You see what I'm saying? And out of those 20 consultations I got him every month, how many was he closing? 5, 10? Each one's worth $5,000, $10,000 to him? Come on. They don't care. And every business, it's not just plastic surgeons. Everyone's like, oh yeah, but some businesses. No, plumbers too. Okay? Like a water heater costs a couple grand to install for somebody. A repipe on a house. Septic systems, everything. Okay, these are high dollar amount products for them. They want those clients. If you can get them those clients, they'll pay you high ticket dollar amounts. Think about it. But I digress. Okay, so you might also be thinking, I don't understand how I'll have time to get my first client, because I'm juggling plates here, man. I'm juggling torches and machetes and chainsaws. I'm just too busy. Listen, the truth is, when you're starting out, you just do it little by little. How do you eat an elephant? You don't eat the entire elephant. You eat it one bite at a time, right? That's how this works. You just do it one little bit at a time. That's it. Just a few knowledge bombs in Facebook groups. Oh, cool. I'm going to jump into some Facebook groups and start talking to people. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, did you try this? Have you gone to this? Have you reached out to this? Just a little bit, 20 minutes, half hour, an hour. The more you do it, the more people are going to come seek you out. They're going to go to your page. Remember, your page is professional. It's like, boom. All right. So you might also be thinking the people that read your comments and visit your and check you out. I said this, make your profile look professional, but I didn't say this. Have a call to action on your profile. Have a website, have your call calendar where they schedule a call. Serious. This is the basic concept of a sales funnel that I used, right? The very first time I did this, I just had mine set up and for quote unquote small businesses, which I'll never do that again. I never recommend for anybody else to do small business. You want to be niche targeted. But how I did it with my first sales funnel that I did was I had my profile set up and all it said was, I get you business. I get your business. It was something stupid like that. I can't even remember. It was like, my business gets your business more business. It was something ridiculous like that. And that's all it said. Schedule a call today. Schedule a call today and let's get your business more business. And so that was my cover photo. And then when they clicked on the cover photo in the description, it had a link to my call calendar. Literally, I did not have to do anything. My phone would just get these alerts and be like, hey, you have a call scheduled. And I'd be like, really? Sweet, just randomly. I go and I talk in groups and chit chat, blah, 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 and then I go live my life. I go do stuff. And then I get a call scheduled. Oh, cool, got a call scheduled. Oh, cool, got another call scheduled. The prospects find their way to you. That's more than just one secret, by the way, guys. I went through secret number 1 and I gave you like 100 secrets. Okay, I get it. It's a lot of info that I'm firing at you. I get it. But I'm telling you, this is the stuff that I figured out and I had to figure it out the hard way. All right, so secret number 2, how to get started right away, even without any skills. Guys, so this is the most important part because business owners delegate, okay? Business owners delegate. So I'm going to tell you something about a little something called a white label agency, because when I started out and I was working 16-hour days and 18-hour days and I was pulling my hair out and I was even getting suicidal because I was just like, life's not worth it. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. It's because I didn't know that I could delegate. I thought I had to do it all myself, which is complete BS, right? Because any other business, like the owner of a grocery store doesn't go and bag the groceries, right? The owner of a car dealership doesn't go out there and sell cars, right? Well, maybe they do, but they have other people to do all that stuff. That's what businesses are, right? So a white label agency, and if you're not familiar with a white label agency, you can basically hire another pre-existing agency to do the work for you, and they'll put your company logo on it. That's why it's white labeling. They do the work, they put your company logo on it and deliver that company work deliver that work to your client for you. So your agency's doing all the work as far as your client's concerned. Okay? Just like having an employee, but it's a fully established marketing agency already there. All right. So anyway, when I did that, I found out that they also run reports for you because I did it the stupid way and I was like, oh, I'm reaching out to any small business that wants it. I didn't get any case studies or testimonials in plumbing and in the plastic surgeon niche, in the equipment rental niche, in the car dealership niche, all these different clients that I had. I wasn't proving authority in one client, right? I'm just this random guy. So I didn't have any like proof. Well, the white label agency is like, boom, here's some reports that you're going to be giving to your clients. And so I took pictures of their reports and I'm like, look, I'm going to give you reports because I wasn't giving previous clients reports. I was using the white label agency's reports to close clients. Look, I'm going to be running these reports for your company to show you how many leads I'm getting you, to show you how many people are coming to your website, to show you the reviews that you're getting on Google My Business and everything. I started using these reports. Plus, I was running audits. Like this white label agency that I use, I love it. It's like if I talk to somebody's website or to try to close a client, I'd be like, did you know your website's not performing well? Look, you only have a 54.3. You should be having 100. That means that Google's not going to put you above your competitor. You got to fix all this stuff first before Google even considers you to go to number one. Seriously. And I'm like, I was using their software to audit other people's sites, and it was just helping me close clients. I was like, man, I'm using other people's tools. It was like, it took away so much pain, because before I had to convince people. It's like, no, just trust me. Just trust me. But now I'm like, oh, I'm using other people's tools. It was the coolest thing since sliced bread. All right. So a lot of people think that you have to go to school and you have to earn the degree and you have to become successful. Just like me, I cross-trained during the recession. Okay. I did. I went in the recession. I did the whole, the IT work, A+, Net+, Security+, and I put all the effort in to learn that stuff. I don't even use it to this day. It has nothing to do with what I've ever done, right? I don't use it in my agency. In fact, a lot of the stuff that I don't even do anymore, I just have other people do it. You have to master your skills and get certified. Why? Unless that's what you want to do, like if that's what you want to do, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer, maybe you really enjoy doing the SEO, maybe you really enjoy doing the Facebook ads, hey, by all means, do that. But I'm talking about building a business here, like an actual business. Now, if you ever watched the movie Catch Me If You Can, I highly recommend checking it out. If you haven't watched it, it's really cool. Okay? One of my favorite all-time movies. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks. Leonardo DiCaprio's character, it's based on a true story. He played a character by the name of Frank Abagnale, real guy. This kid who was like 17 when he first started out, he was like forging checks, doing check fraud. Well, he ended up impersonating becoming an airline pilot, a doctor, a head doctor at a hospital, a lawyer. In the book, he even, and so in real life, they kind of gloss over it in the movie, but in real life, he actually had this class that he was teaching. I can't remember what it was, but it was like advanced physics, right? Something like that. Well, while he was teaching the advanced physics, he was faking it. He was a 17 or 18-year-old kid pretending to be something that he wasn't. Airline pilot, doctor, lawyer, everything, just pretending. Well, after he got caught and arrested, they asked him, and they're like, how'd you do it? How the heck did you, he taught for like an entire semester or something, advanced physics. I can't remember what it was. And they're like, how the hell did you do that? Because your students didn't even know. They praised you on how good of a teacher you were. And he said, easy. I didn't have to be an expert. All I had to do was read one chapter ahead of the students. Guys, I figured that out for my agencies. Like, I don't have to be an expert in SEO and Facebook ads and Google ads and PPC in marketing and sales funnels. I don't have to do that. There's other people out there that do that. Utilize. That's why it's drop servicing. You understand? Is it making sense? You getting this? You getting this? I have a business hire me, and I'll find the other businesses that do it with the white label process, right? You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be one chapter ahead. And that just means no more than your clients. It's easy. So you might be thinking to yourself that, okay, how can I help a dozen clients? I get helping one client because then I can focus on them and I can help them. And how do I get many clients? Guys, it's super easy, okay? Price correctly. This is the first one of the problems that I told you that I didn't do. Okay, because if you have a large enough profit margin set into your prices, that means that you can afford to outsource the work, right? My profit margins, if a client pays me $2,000, maybe I spend $500 outsourcing their work. Out of that $2,000 is $1,500 profit, maybe $1,000. Maybe I'm making a 50% profit margin. That's still $1,000 in my pocket every month, profit for not doing any of the work. And never undercut your prices just to get a sale. Never. I'm just going to throw that out there. Even if you don't plan on outsourcing it, because that's what I did. Because I was like, no, I'm going to do all the work myself. And it ended up screwing me. $30,000 in debt, guys. $20,000 credit card. $10,000 business loan. Because I was like, I'll do it all myself. You can't. How could you possibly do it all yourself? How can I help dozens of clients without any skills? Guys, Henry Ford, I love this quote. He said that I have a row of electronic buttons in my office. All I have to do is press one of them to call the person who can answer any question on any subject I wish to know. Remember, successful people, I can't talk. Successful people delegate. That's what drop servicing is. If you're not doing this with your agency, you're doing your agency wrong. Now, a lot of you are like, well, what if I'm a newbie? Because this, and I get it. This could be like, a lot of the people that I coach, this could be super intimidating because then you have to go and like, then you feel like a fraud. You feel like fake. And this whole imposter syndrome, right? Guys, use that to your advantage. People love newbies. Well, listen, I've been doing this for years, but I'm just starting out with my own business. Dude, business owners have a lot of empathy for people just starting out, okay? So you can say, well, that's why I've partnered up with this agency. They're helping me fulfill the work to make sure that it gets done right. That's why we're going to be giving you all of our reports and our case studies. Utilize the resources of other businesses. I had this one client tell me one time, the car dealership client, because I had never done a car dealership before. They're like, yeah, but does this work? Because I need people on the lot, right? This is all digital, selling stuff online. I need people on the lot, which is a real problem. Does this work? And I'm like, gosh, I don't know. I've never done a car dealership before. So I went to my white label agency and I said, hey, you guys ever done car dealerships before? They're like, yep. Here's 6 case studies. I printed them out. I drove over because it was a local job, which I don't recommend doing face-to-face, but in person is just so time-consuming. I drove to them with the printed case studies, and I'm like, here, the company that I collaborate with, and I showed all these results. And these are the amount of sales they get every month because we had people saying that they saw it from the digital ad and they came in to get their free cup of coffee or whatever. And next thing you know, boom, they were getting sales because of me. We implemented it. But my point is like, I never helped a dealership before. I utilized the resources of the white label agency. And this is actually the case study that I used when I went in. Pretty awesome, right? All you have to do is say, well, I've never done a car dealership, but I'll tell you that the collaboration for the agency that I work with, my mentors, we're all combined in doing this together to strengthen our digital marketing resources. Hey, we got to do what we got to do to survive in these difficult times, right? So we're all teaming up, and I want to show you they've helped car dealerships before. So we're going to be implementing the same strategy and the same plan that they did this way. Boom! Right? Is your mind not blown yet? Is this you? Like, I love this training because this is like the most valuable resources on the planet for any agency to be using. And a lot of people aren't even aware of it. And I haven't even scratched the surface, guys. Secret number 3. Now, this is my favorite secret, okay? How to scale to multiple clients even without a marketing budget. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, getting 1 client, yeah, getting 2 clients, getting 3 clients. How do I get a lot of clients? Because you got to run ads for that, right? No, guys, this is an awesome one. Some entrepreneurs that are just starting out say stuff like, I don't know how to reach out to business owners. I don't know this. I don't know that. Okay, this is a huge gold nugget. My favorite secret of all. I get businesses, so I don't even waste my time. It's my way of qualifying the leads before I get out there. I love this. This is awesome. And if you stuck around this far, guys, this one little secret is going to make it all worthwhile. So I get the prospecting leads. I have somebody else do it. I have VAs do it. I've done it myself. Prospecting, it's not as difficult as people sound, but qualifying the leads, so I'm not dealing with the tire kicker. I get my potential clients that are prospected to apply for me to work for them. I get them to fill out a form. I get them to fill out an application for my services. Boom! Serious. That's not an exaggeration, guys. I get other businesses to apply for me, to apply for them to pay me. And I love it. It's awesome. All right. So all you have to do is create a form. And I'm going to tell you right now that you only need 2 tools. And when I figured this out, it was cool. It was Russell Brunson's method through the ClickFunnels sequence. You can build out a sales funnel through ClickFunnels and do it that way. But I like to do it with free resources because I was starting out and I couldn't afford ClickFunnels at the time. So what I did was I used Google Forms and Instagram hashtags. So Instagram hashtags was prospecting the leads myself, and Google Forms was for the survey. Okay, so I sent out a whole bunch of stuff to a whole bunch of people. It was dentists. All you have to do is create a survey designed to be market research, because you're trying to figure out how to improve digital marketing for, in my case, it was dentists. And I'm like, hey, would you mind? I'm trying to help dentists out and get them as much. I need to know what dentists want the most with their digital marketing, with their digital presence. Would you mind answering a quick 5-question survey? Make it super simple. And all you have to do is I put a strategic question in there. Would you be willing to spend $2,000 to $5,000 a month for like 100 leads per month, or whatever the question is? It's designed that if they answer yes, well, that means that they are interested in you. Duh, right? And sure enough, I did that. And so how do you find dentists on Instagram? And I was like, you know what? Hashtags, the hashtag dentist life. And I pulled it up and I'm like, dude, no one else is using that. It's not car mechanics. It's not hairdressers and hair salons. It's not barbers. It's not plastic surgeons. No, only dentists would use that hashtag dentist life. Because they're the only ones living dentist lives, right? 237,000 posts on that I can go through, and I can find these dentists and reach out to them. And look at this. There's 2 different ways on each profile. And this one right here, I love this one for an example, because you notice she's got under 10,000 subscribers, and she's got a local business, and 2 ways to contact her, a message and email. It was like the perfect opportunity to reach out and to be like, hey, would you help me? And just do a quick little survey. Guys, I can't tell you, like when I did that, I spent like hours just going through, sending it out. And I got a lot of people yelling at me too. I'm not going to lie, responding and like with expletives and cussing at me. But you just delete them, ignore them. You're not breaking any laws. You're staying within the rules. There's going to be people that get irritated. You have no control over that. But I sent out like 1 million. And then like I got a whole bunch of survey responses back. Like people filling out the forms. I'm like, that's awesome. That's like a warm lead. I got somebody to fill out an application to tell me that they're interested in my services. That's awesome, right? Guys, it took me so many tries to figure this stuff out, okay? I sent out millions of cold emails, hand by hand. I didn't even do a scraper. Oh gosh, terrible. One at a time. Hey, did you know this? Sent out so many cold emails. So many cold videos. Oh my God, I recorded a video on Loom and I would send it to people randomly. Customized videos, thinking that people don't even watch them, dude. Such a wasted time. So many door-to-door card drops. I'll never do that again. Just driving my car around town, dropping it off at every local business, every small business that I think they could use it. Oh my gosh, I was so stupid. So many cold calls. Hi, would you mind hanging up on me? Because that's pretty much what I was saying. Hi, would you mind yelling at me and hanging up on me? Thank you. That's pretty much what you're doing with cold calls. Hi, would you? Nope, didn't think so. Hi, would you? Nope, thank you. God, if you're glutton for a punishment, do all that. Guys, if you're glutton for a punishment, do all that. Okay? It's like going up to the prettiest woman at the bar and proposing marriage to her, right? Walk up to her, instead of saying, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. It's walking up, hey, let's get married. It's stupid. It's stupid. Finding warm leads with a survey is so much easier. I love it. It's awesome. Best secret that I have. It's like, if you're not doing it, you're dumb. But guys, there's a lot more to this than I'm not gonna get into all that. At the end of the day, getting clients is as simple as numbers game, right? I figured this out, because like I said, I sent out a whole bunch of, can you fill out the survey? Can you fill out the survey? Can you fill out the survey? Guys, 10 clients that pay you $1,000 per month is $120,000 a year. 6 clients, that's $1,667 per month is $120. 4 clients, $2,500 a month is $120,000. That 6-figure agency is, how realistic is that for you, right? If you have your system set up, if you're applying this stuff, because the survey that I sent out, and I went to town, man. I was a madman. If you sent out 50 requests for marketing research, 50 requests every single day, and you can even hire a VA to do it for you. You don't have to do it. Pay someone like $10 an hour to do it. In 1 month, in 30 days, you'll have 1,500 requests for surveys sent out. Now, what's it like if you just took the worst conversion rate imaginable, a pathetic 1% conversion rate of people that actually filled out the form for you? Still, that's 15 applicants. 15 applicants that are interested in what you have. But there's one problem. Most people do not take action. Okay? They don't. You can get all that, but a lot of people don't take action. Most people dream and visualize the end result, but few take action. Are you an action taker? Guys, if you've sat around this long, you've got to be an action taker, right? Because most people that are not action takers, they're out by secret number one. They're like, oh, this is too much information. It's overwhelmed. I'm out. All right. A lot of people think that this is a lot of work. So they're like, I can't do this. And they come up with excuses, right? Is that you? Probably not, because you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't have stuck around this long. Are you willing to do the hard stuff once? Because check this out. Because a lot of people, okay, yeah, I got to put in all that work to get clients. Well, how long are you going to keep that client once you get it, right? So basically, you only have to put in the work, figure out your system, and then outsource it to somebody else. Here's the system. Do what I did. Go get me more clients, right? Plus now you have clients. So you can even, if you wanted, you could run ads. You could run ads and have them schedule calls for you and then have them come in that way, so you don't have to do the prospecting yourself. So you don't have to do the qualifying yourself. They come in automatically and fill out the form. You run an ad, send them to your form. Boom, right? It's like everyone overcomplicates it. Let me ask you this: are you enjoying this? Is this a good web class?
I didn't understand that.
my phone's enjoying it. Seriously, are you enjoying this? I put a lot of work in this to make it so much easier for agencies and people starting out with social media marketing agencies, digital marketing, VAs, to make it so much easier for you to actually have a lucrative six-figure agency. Because it seems like, are you enjoying this? So far, we've covered how to get your first high-paying client, even if you don't have any money. Covered. How can you start right away, even without any skills? Covered. How to scale to multiple clients, even without a marketing budget. Covered. Guys, I got your back. We covered a lot. I hope that you're taking notes. I hope that you're taking this seriously, because you can be crushing it, right? So type I'm ready in the comments if you want to take this to the next level, guys. Who's ready? Oops, I hit my microphone. Who's ready? Getting a lot of I'm readies. All right, good. Guys, let's be honest. How much of this stuff are you really going to go apply? Because I just hit you like a freaking fire hose with all this information. Are you going to go apply this? Okay. I hope you are, but let's be real. How many of you have a ton of questions? Like all the stuff that I've told you today, all the stuff that I've gone over on how to build a perfect ecosystem. How many of you have like a million questions? All right. Well, here's the thing. I've got something really cool that I've been working on, and I'm calling it the Virtuous Agency Master Course. It's really cool. A lot of people are jumping in on it, getting good results, man. So I'm telling you, what it is, it's a step-by-step roadmap, okay? It's a roadmap on how to build a six-figure agency, on how to do everything that I just said, plus way more, okay? Where do you go for your white label agency? Who do you hire? How do you prospect leads if you don't have time to do it all yourself? How can you cut back on working 16, 18-hour days? All of those questions answered, guys. It's all about helping you make a six-figure income from home by acquiring just a few high-ticket clients. It gives you more time to spend doing the important things in your life. Kids, family, vacation, the important stuff. Not the stuff that the banks and the gurus and all that stuff told you in the beginning. You gotta work for 40 years. No, how to do it right. From right here, from right now, moving forward, how to do it right and get this stuff going for you. In just 90 days, if you put effort in, 90 days, you're not going to cold call. You're not going to cold email. No crazy sales pitches. Real, simple, systematized prospecting, lead generating, lead closing system that will bring you a full-time income from the comfort of your own home. Now, how does it work? This course is going to walk you through it step by step, day by day. All you have to do is apply it. Day by day. I've narrowed it down to 35 boring steps. You just take a little bit each day and go apply it. Log in, do a little bit, go apply it. Now, I gave you the 35-step map in the Facebook group. A lot of people have access to this. If you don't, no problem. I'll get you a copy of it. I have no problem. You'll just have to message me later for it. Let me ask you this, guys. Would you want to navigate through a minefield with landmines exploding all over the place? Would you want to navigate through a minefield if you had to go that way with a map in your hand? Or would you rather have somebody that's actually walked the minefield before, hold your hand and guide you through it step by step, every single step of the way, walk you through it? Which would you rather have? Navigate yourself or go through with somebody who's actually done it? All right, so here's what you get on the inside. You get access to my private training membership site, which I've already mentioned. You apply a little bit each day, and you watch a little bit each day, you go apply it. You watch a little bit each day, you go apply it. You get complete resource guides and the tools that you will need. So that means that everything that I've used from my agency, not kidding, how I pricing structure, how I close accounts, how my sales pitch, everything. You get all of my resource guides, how I onboard, everything. They're all downloadable. You get them. You get exclusive agency share funnels. So like funnels that I've even built for my clients. You can download them into your ClickFunnels account, and they're templates, so you can adjust them and you can use them for your clients, okay? Plus the walkthrough on why I built them and how I built them the way that I did, because you're gonna want that information for your agency. Plus, you're going to get access to the Virtuous Mastermind Facebook group, okay? Now, this is a whole bunch of everybody, just like you, other agency owners, because remember how I said partnering and collaborating with other agencies? You can team up, you can use resources. Like, hey, has anybody done car dealerships before? Well, I have. You get access to this private, and it's only people that purchase this course get into this mastermind, okay? That's it. So the only way that you're going to be able to communicate with these other business owners is by buying this course. Okay. Plus, you're going to get my best sales pitch. So you're going to get training with my complete. See how I'm doing this presentation right now? You're going to get my presentation that I use for my digital marketing agency on how to close clients. Okay. All the slides. You get to download. You get to create your own sales pitch based on what I do. Now, who does this work for? It works for stay-at-home moms looking to earn extra income, right? They don't have time to go and find a job, work somewhere else. This works for people that want to fire their boss, you know, that were angry and just hate the corporate America. The prisoners of the 9-to-5 cubicle, that was me. I was just like, I cannot stand the cubicle anymore. Freelancers that just want more for themselves. They're like, you know what? Freelancing is cool. It makes me a little bit of money, but I want more. I want to do better for myself. This literally works for anyone just starting out because it's a step-by-step process. All right. So even if you don't know where to begin or you don't have any skills, it works for you. It works for everybody. It's designed that way. It works for existing agencies. So even if you already have a few clients and you're like, man, I want to try these prospecting systems that he's doing, this automation system that he was talking about. I want to apply that. I want to have business coming into me on autopilot. Works for everyone, guys. So the number one reason people that don't get started, I've sent out so many requests to coach people for free, and I've helped people and I've guided people, and people just stop. Oh man, the number one reason that people don't get started, it's not because they don't believe it will work. Okay. It's not because it's too much money. It's not because they don't have enough time. The number one reason people don't take action building their dreams is because they say stuff like this. They say, I'll get to it later. They fabricate reasons on why now isn't a good time. I'm not kidding. Well, now isn't a good time. Guys, the problem with someday is that that's not a real day. So how the hell can someday ever come? It's not a real date. It's like a wish. It's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's not there. It's not real. Someday is never coming. With these 3 secrets I've revealed today, I've showed you that the usual reasons that people claim that they can't get started right now, they're not issues. Well, I don't have time. Well, I don't have money. Well, I don't have experience. Guys, none of that, okay? Problem solved. No more restrictions. Are you an action taker? That's the only question that you need to be asking yourself. Are you an action taker? If you are an action taker, well then, hey. Guys, I've been saying it from the beginning of this web class. The successful people in the world, they don't wait for the perfect opportunity. well, you know, maybe when the sun comes up, right? Maybe when the rain clears up. No. Successful people take action now. They don't wait for that perfect moment. A plan without action is just a dream. So you might be thinking that you can't do this right now because it takes too much time and your life is just too damn demanding. Guys, I was a single dad. I get it. I get it. I was a single dad that coached the soccer team, worked a full-time 50-hour-a-week job. I get it. I get it. I feel you. The good news is it only takes an hour a day to learn. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Just a little bit, little by little bit. Are you an action taker? Are you dedicated? Guys. All right, so let's recap here. You're getting access to the private training course. You watch a little bit, you go apply a little bit. That's $10,000 value because it's a literal walkthrough guide, 35 steps on how to build it from A to Zinc. You get complete resource guides, everything that I use for my agency on how to get clients and how to onboard them, on how I pitch them, everything. You're getting all the downloadable stuff. It's $997 value, probably more than that if I'm being completely honest. Exclusive agency share funnels. These are the agency funnels that I've built for my clients, and I'm giving them to you. And you get to see why I built them, how I built them, the purpose that they serve. Walkthrough guide, $497 value. You get access to the Virtuous Mastermind Facebook group, where there's other entrepreneurs just like you that you can collaborate with, you can team up with, you can lean your head on someone else's shoulder who's maybe going through the same problems you're going through. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You guys are all in it together. $5,000 value. That is actually priceless. Plus you're getting my sales pitch, my best sales pitch, what I use to close clients, all of the slides in order for you don't get the branding, you can't use my company name, but you're getting all the slides to make your own sales pitch based around it on the same concept. That's a $10,000 value. Come on, man. That's a six-figure agency right there. Total value, $26,494. Problem solved. All right. I didn't know where to begin when I started, dude. I started a blog. I did e-commerce. I ordered from China. I sold on Amazon. I lost. I borrowed 401k. I didn't know what to do. I tried courses. I took everything that the gurus, the masters, the experts suggested, right? Just to name a few courses that I took. I took Tai Lopez. I took Kevin David. I took Spencer Mika, Russell Brunson, Tony Robbins, just to name a few, okay? I spent over $10,000, not an exaggeration, over $10,000 learning this stuff, okay? I mentioned in the beginning, all those mentors of mine, the 2 Comma Club winners, I put myself in those shoes of theirs because I wanted to learn. So take advantage of this, guys. I compiled everything into a simple and easy way for you to apply it because I struggled. I walked the stones of fire so that you don't have to. All right, time and money saved. Simple as that. You don't have to figure it all out yourself. You just follow my roadmap. You might be thinking, I don't have the right skills to do this, Jason. I've never done sales. I've never done digital marketing. I can't fabricate, just get in your own way. Guys, I will show you everything that you need to know to acquire those skills. If you want to learn the skills, I have that for you too in the resource guide. Okay, hiring professionals to do the work for you is the best way to do it. But if you want to do the skills, I have resource guides that you can use to figure it out for yourself. If you want to just broaden your knowledge yourself, it's also included. Okay, so let's also not forget about the white label companies. It's definitely worth mentioning that you can use their experience. So if you don't have the experience and that's what's scaring you the most, utilize theirs. I'm going to give you the white label agencies that I use. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the minefield. Don't worry about the map. Just grab my hand. We're going to walk through it together. I know the way. So wait, there's more. All right. So how about some tools to help you along the way? A lot of people like a little bit of extra boost, a little bit of extra help along the way. So some of the stuff you might already know, right? And if that's you, that's cool. I got extra stuff. So if you want to learn a little bit extra, like you do want to establish that skill, like I said, I got stuff that I'm going to offer you here, okay? I'm including affiliate marketing basic training. So that means that when you're selling to your clients, you can sell them other stuff Like if you refer them something like software, if you refer them ClickFunnels, you can make a commission off of that. Okay. So it's called affiliate marketing. So I'm going to be throwing in affiliate marketing, basic training, downloadable content. That's $97 to learn basic training. Plus you're going to get the affiliate marketing advanced training DLC. Okay. $97 value. I'm going to give you Facebook ads, e-training. Facebook ads, DLC, $97. Facebook ads, remarketing. That means that anybody that comes to your website and leaves, you could retarget them and have them come back. $97 value. Best way for you to quickly get some extra skills in case you want them, okay? Instagram marketing, also the e-training. We've talked about Instagram, how important that is with the hashtags to find warm leads. You're gonna get the video training DLC, $97 value. All right, guys. Very special bonus that I'm throwing in here. I gotta tell you guys, this is incredible, okay? Because I'm giving you my entire website. That's right. You can download as a share funnel. I'm going to give you my entire digital marketing website that I use for my business. I'm giving it to you. You're getting the template. It's a $5,000. That's how much I charge my clients, $5,000 to build them a website. I'm giving you my digital marketing website so you can see what it's like to generate leads. Okay? Throwing that in. Total value of $22,976 plus an added bonus. Okay, this course is a very special course to me. Okay, I created this course to give the digital marketing basics. This is what I call the digital marketing accelerator course. This teaches you. So if you're kind of like uncertain on the stuff in digital marketing, you're like, well, I don't know what PPC is. I don't know what SEO is. I don't know sales funnel. This is everything you need to know. It's a crash course to show you all that way when you're talking to your clients, you're going to know what the hell you're talking about. Okay. This is the digital marketing accelerator course. And I'm throwing the entire thing in for free. All right. The full course, guys. Not available for purchase anywhere else. I stopped doing this because I have my master course now. This is a $14.97 value. It's not even available for purchase right now. Well, I think you can get it for an upsell if you do the mini course. But like I said, this is a $14.97 value. That's $33,476 worth of content, of just pure agency bliss, man, to build your automated system. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you $33,000.47. That's insane, okay? I'm not going to charge you that. But if I did, just think about it. Seriously, just think about it for a second. If I did charge you $33,476, and all it did was show you exactly what you need to do to get one client that'll pay you $5,000 a month. That comes out to be $60,000 a year. It would be worth the $33,000 right there. That's just one client. What if it got you 10 clients, right? If I did charge you the $33,000 and all it did was show you how to avoid making the $30,000 of debt mistake that I made, it just shows you don't rack up the credit card debt. Don't go file for a business loan. Just don't. Would it be worth it? Avoiding a $30,000 mistake like I made? If I could help you avoid those landmines, guys, that's my job. That's my goal. I want to walk you through it. I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through the landmine field. If all I did was show you how to let other companies do the boring work that you don't want to do or you don't have time to do it, would it be worth it? Would it be worth the $33,476? Just ask yourself that question, guys. It's a no-brainer. Of course it'd be worth it. Well, I had two choices: make it cheap, make it valuable. I did both for you, for everybody, because I want to see results. I want to get you results. Virtuous Agency Master Course, the $33,000, $476 worth of value. I could easily charge this $5,000, $10,000, easily charge that much for it. But I'm not going. Today, you get a special deal because you sat through the entire webinar. You sat here, you stuck with me. Thank you. You're awesome. You get it for $14.97. Now, okay, here we go. You ready? Pay attention, okay? Virtuous Mastermind and the Master Course. You're not going to pay $33,000. You're not going to pay the $5,000 value. What do you think? $14.97. It's pretty awesome, right? Guys, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Because even if it only does half of what I said, if I claim today that it can get you one client. If it only does half of that, it will pay for itself with one client. One client. Now I'm going to make this even more incredible. Okay? Because I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jason, I like you, man, but who are you? I get it. I'm not in the 2 Comma Club board yet. I get that. I totally get that. So I want to do this because I know it works and I want people to succeed. So I have to charge you, because if I don't charge you, I've given it away for free. I have. People do not do it when they give it away for free. I want to get you results, so I have to charge you something. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a special deal for you. I'm going to let you try it out. Okay? I'm going to charge you $1 today. And you get to try it out for 48 hours. You get to test it. And if you don't like it, if it works for you, great. You're going to get billed in 48 hours, the remaining $14.96. But if you don't like it, no big deal. I'm not going to charge you. You just send an email. Hey, I tried it. I don't want it. Support@virtuousindustries.com. Cancel it. And instantly I get on right away. If I get a cancel notice, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to bill you again. But because I do love action takers, I've got one very special deal for anybody that jumps on right here, right now. Special one-time offer, $9.97 today. Okay? Amazing. Only $9.97 today for action takers, because I know you're going to be the ones that are going to get the best results. That's just a proven fact. The people who take advantage of something right now, they're the ones that actually put it into work. When you make an investment for yourself and you're like, nope, I want it. I'm going all in. I'm betting on myself. There it is. So I made it cheap, made it as valuable as possible. $9.97 today, guys. Okay? Take advantage of it because the price goes up. I'm not even kidding. There's a counter on the page that I'm going to send you to. And there's a whole bunch of people that signed up. I'm not going to get into all that. Let's recap. Okay, here's what you get, guys. Okay, you get access to the private training membership site. The walkthrough, the step-by-step, you get to learn it step-by-step. You get complete resource guides, all of my guides on a step-by-step basis of what to do for your digital marketing agency. You get exclusive agency share funnels and walkthrough guides. Okay, access to my Virtuous Mastermind Facebook group where you get to rub elbows with other people. Okay, you get my best sales pitch with all of my slides, everything. You get to download it. Affiliate marketing basic training. You get affiliate marketing advanced training. You get Facebook ads, e-training. You get Facebook ads remarketing. You get Instagram marketing. All of this, guys. Plus you get my entire website, $5,000 worth of value. You get my entire accelerator course, my digital marketing accelerator course, $14.97, the entire course. Okay, I think there's like 20 hours of pure material, like 30 modules. It's crazy. $14.97. Total value of $33,476. Not an exaggeration, guys. All right now, right here, $9.97. Boom. All you have to do is go to the Six Figure Agency /997. That's it. Guys, I can't make this. And I know a lot of you were expecting that bonus at the end. You just go to my bit.ly link here, bit.ly /SFA for Six Figure Agency _webinar bonus. Okay. Guys, you get the entire master course. You get my entire website, all of my bonuses, my sales pitch, everything. It does not get any sweeter than this. I promise you. Okay. Seriously. Take advantage of it now. And I went way over my hour mark, guys. We're 18 minutes past the hour. I got super excited and intense on this class today, so I went longer. Usually it's only an hour, but so I'm not going to do a Q&A. We're wrapping up. Thank you so much for watching. Tag me in the Facebook group if you have any questions. Okay, the sixfigureagency.com /997. And guys, I'm not kidding. This offer expires Sunday at midnight. And the price goes back up to $14.97, and you do not get this price again. It's not an exaggeration. That's how it is, because I like action takers and people that sat through my webinar and listened to everything that I had to teach. You're an action taker, and you're my friend, and I want to see you get results. Not kidding. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk soon.